Paddy, played by Dominic Brunt, finally thought had found the love of his life on Emmerdale in Chas, Lucy Pargeter, with the couple married and having had 2 children together. The Village Vet has done everything he can to support the iconic Dingle character, having become a father figure to her son, Aaron Dingle, Danny Miller, and now offering her help following Faith Dingle's, Sally Dexter, terminal cancer diagnosis. However, in upcoming scenes on the ITV soap, he could discover his wife has been playing away with his love rival, Al Chapman, Michael Wildman. Over the years, Chas has always had a spark with Al, which did cause some contention in her relationship with Paddy back in 2020. This was quickly extinguished as the businessman had an affair with Debbie Dingle, Charlie Webb, and he tried to take the wool pack away from Chas. With Kane Dingle, Jeff Hordley, also developing a hatred for Al, it seemed Paddy had nothing to worry about as there was no way the love rat was going to worm his way in. Unfortunately, Chas' grief over losing her mother has messed with her emotions, and although her husband has offered her support, Al is the man she wants right now. He seems to be giving her something Paddy isn't, but instead of telling her spouse this, Chas has continued with their relationship whilst sleeping with her lover. When Paddy finally finds out what has been going on for months, he is going to be crushed as it seems another marriage has come to an end. Unable to forgive Chas for sleeping with Al, he could issue her with divorce papers as he can no longer be married to her. Chas would beg for his forgiveness, knowing it was a moment of weakness for her and she never had any feelings for Al. However, having been in this situation before, Paddy knows he couldn't come back from this and it would always be playing on his mind. Having tied the knot back in 2020, it seems their 18-month marriage could come to a bitter end, with Paddy unable to consider being friends with the woman who betrayed him. As they are both parents to their daughter, Eve, they would share custody, but Paddy could make some demands for childcare in the divorce settlement. He would explain he would not want his daughter to have anything to do with Al and he is not to be present when Chas has her. Chas would find this an unreasonable request, believing she will be living with the businessman now their affair is out in the open. The decision could be taken out of her hands though, as Al tells her he doesn't want anything serious as she made it clear their affair was purely for sex. Will Chas be set to lose the 2 men in her life at the same time as she is unable to convince either one of them to stay? The actress who plays Chas, Lucy, has spoken out on her character's marriage and what this means in terms of the affair. Lucy explained in an interview with Express.co.uk and other media, "The affair is just an outpouring of everything. It's just a kind of release and it's something that just goes somewhere completely unexpected, even though they've had that connection. It's just something that happens and Chas thinks, it's not worth ruining a marriage over. They were just both there, both feeding each other's kind of need for support at that period of time," she continued to explain. "How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve McDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival of Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub. You're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air, and they just take it that step too far, Lucy said, adding, "It's definitely not worth ruining a marriage over this glitch in the Matrix, really." However, she will have ruined her relationship with Paddy, and unfortunately, she will have to face the consequences of her actions. When the seeds were planted of Chas and Al having an affair almost 2 years ago, the actor who plays Paddy, Dominic, explained how his character would react. The soap star said, "I don't know. I have no idea. You can only imagine it. I think he'd be utterly devastated. Because he's wanted to start a family, he started a family very late on in life, so I think he'd be utterly devastated. It's that moral quandary because nothing physically happens, but it's the intention," the soap star continued to explain. And whether she really would, or whether she was just flirting back and had the intention, or whether if it came to it, she would never, ever do that. "So it's really tricky," the actor added in an interview with Metro.co.uk. Will Paddy be able to forgive Chas for the betrayal, or is a divorce really going to be on the table for the beloved couple?